Welcome back. My name is Santia and we are at the foot of February. We're going into March. This is my plan with me for a new month. Honestly, cannot believe that we have hit the end of February, entering into March this quickly. It feels as though the year is going by super fast. I've been trying my best to speak without filler words, so I find myself like really thinking about what I'm saying a lot more than usual before I actually say it. I noticed that I use a lot of filler words, especially with my editing and also in communicating with my friends. I notice I use the word like and so a lot, and I'm honestly trying to improve how I speak and how I present myself. I think that's one thing that is really amazing about creating content around your life. It's actually seeing your evolution, actually being able to witness it in real time and just see like your quirks, your how you flow, how you speak, how you talk, how you make eye contact. It's really an interesting craft that you could really work on molding yourself to the best of your ability. I've honestly been enjoying it because I think when I first started recording myself, I used to view myself in a very critical way. I feel it's very helpful if you use it in a more positive light. Like, I would like to improve this rather than, oh my God, I look like this and I need to fix this and I need to do that. And I think that's sometimes why some people are so fearful of starting. Yeah, there is the downfall of public failure where your vlogs don't perform as much as you would like them to, and you think that everybody sees and everybody notices. But on the other hand, I feel it's a definite issue of having to watch yourself in real time, or knowing that you're not where you want to be and you're sitting in front of the one or two people who are going to watch your content and forming. It just doesn't feel authentic, even though it is. So I find now that I feel a lot more authentic within how I am presenting myself, within how I am presented in my life, how I am in my life right now. It feels a lot more genuine and I feel more called to create content than I was before. And there are little things that I would like to improve on in terms of how I speak to just really improve my editing. I want to feel as though my videos are not as heavily edited as they used to be. I feel like I'm constantly nipping away at how I speak just to fine tune myself, and I really want to be able to present myself in a much better way. But let's start the vlog off with talking about my ins and outs for February. And the things, pretty much how I did it last time, was just talking about the things that I did in February that worked, and then the things that didn't work in that month, and then see how we could apply it or not apply it to the new month. So for my ins and outs for February, I started off the month with my quote as per usual. My quote for February was stop being cute and start being capable. And I find that I definitely was more capable in February. If you guys saw my other videos, I had just gotten my new puppy. With that being said, I find I was a lot more focused on her and a lot less on myself. A lot more focused on getting things done when I can when she's asleep, and a lot less on myself. And I think that was kind of one of the main reasons why I wanted to get a dog, where not that I have the time for a dog, I've made the time for a dog, but simply because I wanted to focus less on myself. And I said that as I sit in front of a camera, but I find that I'm just so, my entire world revolves around me, as it should. But I live alone, I work from home. When I go to the gym, I'm kind of locked in. There's not a lot of intention behind me going out and speaking to people. And even if I do it one-on-one, like a coffee shop date. So most of the time, and whenever I do those coffee shop dates, it's always with a friend where we're like talking about ourselves or sharing what we're going through, which those things are beautiful. But again, it's then about me. I'm putting so much focus on me that sometimes it became very detrimental to my mental health. And I needed to like execute some of that care and some of that energy to other things around me. And I feel like that was the main reason for getting a puppy, to create a family for myself, as well as to exert some love and care and energy towards something else other than myself. Because I find I give myself a lot of care and then I give myself a lot of critique. So having somebody else to give some energy to, it took some weight off of myself. And with that being said, my February kind of got like blown out of the water. Like, no one told me how difficult it was to raise a puppy. I always knew that having a dog, people say it's a huge responsibility, and I'm like, you know what, it's not that bad. It's hard as shit. And I really found that out in February. My entire month got turned upside down. My days have been turned upside down. This morning I didn't even know what to do after I was was done dealing with matcha. I didn't know what order I sequence my morning routine is anymore because I've just spent so much time making sure she's good that I don't know what my morning routine looks like anymore. And I'm still working on it. But some of my ins for February, and my ins are really, really good. My outs, there are some outs that really need to go, but the in, I love the ins. So one thing I did for February was I deleted Instagram from my phone. And because of that, I was on my phone less and less. I was more interactive with matcha. I was more interactive with my job. I was more intentional with myself, and even intentional with communicating with my friends. I made more time to talk to my friends and also pour into me in more healthy ways than I did before, simply because I stopped scrolling. I really did stop scrolling, and it felt like such a healthy change for me, even though I had a lot of friction this month because of dealing with a crying puppy. So I focused more on external things. And when I say that, I was less in my head critiquing myself. I was less in my head thinking about what I needed to change or what I needed to fix or creating problems that don't exist, or like really encouraging my fears to like rule my nervous system. I was still very anxious simply because I was dealing with a puppy, but it wasn't because of I thought I was doing anything wrong or I was a bad person. I was more focused on the external. I was focused more on my plants, on matcha, on like taking in the day. Like really and truthfully, I've been so outward that I've just felt more healed and more called to focus on things and the places that I need to be for me. Another in was I prayed more and I listened to more faith-driven content. Find that was so healing for me this month. Normally, I noticed within myself that I would thank God for the day, but I would never ask God for the things that I need or I wanted. And I know God knows what I need. Like He's always going to provide what you need. And I've always felt wrong for asking God or anybody for things that I want. And I find this month was one of the times that I started praying for the things that I want. I even created a prayer journal. I may talk about that later on the vlog. That's one thing that I implemented in February that I find really did, I would say, strengthen my relationship with Christ. And that is one thing that I'm definitely focusing on this year is my journey with Christ and what that looks like, what I want that to feel like, and how I want to evolve into the woman that He wants me to be, as well as the woman that I would like to be. And I hope that is in alignment with where He's guiding me. So I worked more on the friendships that I feel are aligned with who I am right now, and even just catching it with where my friends are at, what they're going through, and also not letting it affect me. I'm a very empathic person, and normally I've isolated myself to prevent myself from taking on too much stress because I've had like so much internally dealing with that sometimes adding what other people are going through, it used to feel like a burden. And now, because I'm just working each day on purifying my heart and my soul and showing up the best that I can, I've been a lot more intentional with checking in with my friends and seeing what they're going through and just being a listening ear to them when they need. February is one of those months that a lot of my friends have been going through different passages in life. I'm glad that I was still able to like communicate with them and add some like joy or light to their days and not let it prohibit where I am on my growth and in my journey. And then another thing, I started asking for help more. I really think that was a big one for me. I've never been one to ask for help. I would throw myself on the floor and change my own batteries in my back if I could. I've never been one to ask for help. Even today, I'm about to take Matcha over to a friend. She offered to watch her while I go and run some errands, and I would have never thought to even accept asking a friend giving me help. And now I just feel a lot more like, yeah, I do need the help. I do need a support system. And I think that's one thing that I'm working on for March is really focusing on creating systems and systems of women. I want a collective body of women around me here to really ensure that my journey here is just setting myself up for success the best way that I could. Some of my outs, I worked out less, and that is not great. Simply because dealing with matcha, I did not have a routine. The few times I made it to the gym quite a few times, but there's some days where I tried to and she woke up and then she just cried, and I just didn't feel right leaving her here crying. And then when she was asleep, I just didn't feel like going to the gym anymore. So I just really need to push myself to make it to the gym more often, because my workout goals are definitely a top priority for me this year. So just ensuring that I make it to the gym as much as possible. I need to really work on my workouts. I need to get back into the gym. I need to work on my patience. People always say I'm such a patient and calm person, and for the most part I am, but I feel as though I'm in a period of my life where my patience is being called into question. And I'm really focused on, am I really a patient person, or have I not been put in many situations where I needed to execute patience? And now that I'm in one, I find I've been becoming a lot more anxious towards life, because sometimes when you really want something to happen, or when you don't see how something will transpire, it really makes it's very unsettling, very unsettling. Even dealing with Matcha, I find I've not been as patient as I could be with her, and that's one thing that I've been praying every day about, and just really trying to figure out, how can I pour into me in the best way that I could be a good role model for her, a good dog mom for her. And I know that it's going to require me to be more patient, to be more loving, to be more caring. And I know I have it within me. I just feel as though, like, with the lack of sleep of having a new puppy has really made me irritable. I've just been so agitated. I think that's the word I'm looking for, not irritable. I've been really trying to remember, hey, like, if I feel not myself, walk away. And then when I get stressed, I do show it in different ways. Some people drink more, they go out more, they isolate. I resort to hair pulling. I noticed that I've been pulling my hair so much more. I could put the word on the screen of what I have. I've had this for years. It's a very, very long word that I don't even know how to pronounce, but that's one of the reasons why I started braiding my hair. I don't know if you guys have been around here for a while, but I started braiding my hair for quite a while, and it really did help. It gave me less exposure to my hair to pull it, and it helped for the most part. I find January I did not pull my hair at all, or even December it was a lot less hair pulling. And find February, like, given Matcha was there and I didn't really know like how I was feeling internally with dealing with her, whether I made a mistake getting her, which I don't feel that anymore. I just feel like in the moment it just felt like very heavy trying to deal with her, that I executed my frustrations in a way that I'm trying to stop. Those are my ins and outs. Let me know some of yours. Like, how was your February so far? I really hope it was amazing. And what are some of the things that you think you need to incorporate into your life to just improve the quality of it? Like, what are you going to continuously add into the next month as we go into the final 2 months of Q1 of the year, which is really, really crazy when you say that out loud. Another thing that I need to do in preparation for March is get my nails done. I have not gotten my nails done in such a long time. I've not been getting cute or anything like that. I've just been so focused on just finding a routine that I've not been focused on, like making sure I feel and look my best. So we're gonna head out. We're gonna take Matcha to my friend's place and let her babysit her. I'm gonna go and do some things with my lawyer. I need to go and work on a few things that I need to review with her, make one stop to the bank, and then we're gonna go and get our nails done. So that's one thing that we're preparing for the month. Just go into the month looking a lot more cute, a lot more girly and ready. I don't think I said my quote from March. So my quote from March is, leave the familiar and walk into what is fearful. I need to really sit and think on that. Like, what are some of the things that I'm avoiding now because of fear, and what can I do to really walk on that path? Because I just need to stop playing it safe. I think that's one thing that I'm focused on this year, is just not playing it as safe as I used to, and building a foundation for myself. Let me know what your quote or your manifestation is going into March. But for now, let's go and get our nails done and get cute. Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors. Good morning. I actually didn't go to get my nails done on that day. My errands before took really long and it just didn't work out that way. So I got an appointment yesterday evening after my last work call and I took Matcha with me. It actually was not a bad experience. I think most of the time I was just very nervous having her with me. I didn't want her to make any accidents and she did. She didn't pee on her pee pad. She just peed on like their floor and I felt horrible. And they kept telling me, yeah, let her run around, let her roam around. And I was just like, no. No. I think I'm getting to know my dog. I know my dog best at this point. She seemed like, you know, an excited, happy, normal puppy to them, but I could tell that all the attention, because everybody touching her, like rubbing her and petting her, and it made her very overwhelmed, and that's why she couldn't settle. And I think that's why she kept peeing, not on her pee pad, because I noticed even in here, when she's nervous or anxious or stressed, she pees other places, and right now she's probably ripping her pee pad apart. I can hear her. Being a dog mom is a lot. Hey, come here. Come here. Okay. So in preparation for the month, I need to do a financial review, a grocery restock, and I also need to wash my bedding. Mainly because peed on my duvet cover. Yes, you did. So she took a wee on the sheets, so I need to wash those. I think I'm gonna do that first, and then I need to buy some cleaning products because I'm gonna get somebody to come here to help me do some cleaning. So I need to get the things in order for them to come and have everything they need to clean. But I'm just gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna start by ordering some of my groceries online because I'm one of those people. I love convenient. I do not like leaving my house to go to the supermarket. I really don't like it. I do not romanticize a grocery run at all. I really just enjoy receiving my groceries and packing them away. It really takes so much time to go to the supermarket and pick out what you need and then get distracted by what you don't need. So I just pick what I need on the app. I'm just going to do that really quickly. And then we are going to start cleaning my bedroom and getting those sheets done. I think I need to also get a vacuum. Another thing that I need to add to the list of things to help with the cleaning in here. Because I'm noticing Matcha is really eating my hair. She's like, she would see my hair on the ground and she would just chew it. And like a few times I saw her chewing things and I'm like, I go to like see what's in her mouth and it's usually my hair. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to get a vacuum. I'm not sure if I need to head out to get that or if it's one that I could order and have it delivered, but we're gonna try to capitalize on the next couple hours. And I also have some work to do because it's the start of March. So there's some work that we need to close off or start for March so that we would start the month on a better note. So let me try to fill my cart and get my groceries in here. A little bit of work done. The laundry is doing its thing. My groceries are ordered. I'm just waiting for that to be done, prepared, and delivered. I am going to do two things now. One thing for work and then one thing for myself. I need to work on some copy and answer some emails. I'm going to take 30 minutes to do that. And then I'm going to take 15 minutes to look for a vacuum cleaner. We need to find a vacuum. Let's sit down here for 45 minutes and get a few things done. Okay, my groceries arrived. I actually have put my sheets in the dryer, so hopefully it's not too loud. But I also had to put in another order because this first grocery run didn't give me all my cleaning things. It sent me these garbage bags instead of the ones that I actually ordered, which were bigger black bags, but I could use those for like my bathroom bin. I need to refill my soap. Got this pod for the toilet. I got a scrubbing brush to scrub the bathroom. That's for the cleaner. I'm not doing that. I am just not a big fan of cleaning like that. But this is not all that I got. I need to get more things. So for my food prep for next week, I got more strawberries because I love me some strawberries. Okay, I got some ground beef for food prep next week, some chicken. I got some pasta because I've been really into pasta lately. Some plantains, some bananas, some strawberries, some kiwi, and avocado. I love me some avocado. Sourdough bread. I really need to learn how to make sourdough bread just for funsies. And I restocked on some milk. The other delivery got here really fast, so they didn't notify me that there was any issues. So let's see if everything came. Get down, girl. So I also got some disinfectant wipes. This thingy that you pour in your toilet. This thingy. I already have some gloves and that you could use, which are washable. So I think we're all good for a cleaner to come and help us clean. I feel a lot better now that I have all the products. The fact that I didn't have, like, I was using like one product to clean everything for the longest while. It sounds really bad, but why does this bring me so much joy? Like having everything in one place. Now, and I actually want to head to the park with one of my friends. I messaged her and said, hey, let's meet up at the park for a walk, and she was down, so let's get ready to head out. Matcha isn't fully vaccinated yet, so she needs to go in a bag. I'm not sure, like right now she's a little bit fussy, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully when she gets outside she would feel more calm. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. It's a couple days later, and I kind of stopped vlogging because I was just not doing the best mentally, physically, and Mancha wasn't doing the best. I actually took her to the vet a couple days ago, and we believe she may have had parasites, but we just got back her test results and she doesn't. So she's now due for her vaccine. She was supposed to get her vaccine a couple days ago, but we needed to make sure she didn't have parasites first. And now she can get her vaccine, but she's a couple days out of her vaccine window. Like the other one wore off a few days ago completely. And because I think they say a vaccine only lasts in their system 21 days or something like that, and we're outside of that window. So when they sent me the test results just now and told me she doesn't have parasites, I'm like, okay, let me go and adjust my day and take her to get her vaccine and her warm medicine, because I don't want her to be unprotected. I feel very weird with her not having got her shot yet. So I'm gonna go take her over. And yeah, I kind of paused vlogging. I just wasn't feeling my best. And I watched a ceremony yesterday from, I think it's Evolution Church. It's on YouTube. And the pastor said that sometimes we're waiting for perfection. And that's another reason why I didn't pick up the camera, because like things were not going in order that I wanted things to go, to make in my mind, a good or perfect vlog. And the pastor was saying how we're waiting for perfection in things and people, and we're not like remembering that we were created from dirt. Like we were not perfect to begin with, and we keep looking for perfection in everything, it's just pretty much like giving ourselves this unrealistic view of life, or demands on our like mental, when God literally created us from dirt, from soil. And it was just a reminder to like, just keep going, because I took a break because things weren't perfect and I missed my upload day. And that's a goal that I compromised because of perfection. And I'm like, girl, you need to like listen to the word. Like, you listen to the word for a reason. Utilize it, use it as a tool. And yeah, so I just got ready. We're gonna go and take Matcha to the vet and get her shot. I'm gonna show you guys as she gets it, because I'm so proud of her that she's getting her second vaccine today. And so she's 2 more away from being a big girl. And I know she's sleeping, which kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, but it's still good because she's gonna get her more medicine also, and that means that she's gonna be drowsy. So I can go to a cafe next door and do some work before we head back to the house. And let me just finish getting ready. I don't think there's much else I could do because I just look the same all the time, and it's fine with me. I just need to get a few hairpins and probably put some oil in like here. Let me go and do that. Okay, so those plans get scrapped. I reached out to the vet and they said, given she is still getting her ear drops, she can't get her shot today. So bring her tomorrow. Don't give her the ear drops tomorrow. You come and get her shots. They could check her ear and make sure she's good. Her ear's a lot better. I don't know if it's completely like done, but they said bring her tomorrow. They'll check her ear, give her her vaccine, give her her warm medication, and then give it a couple days, and then decide if we're gonna keep giving her a few more ear drops, because I think it's cleared up. I could be wrong. I'm not a veterinarian. So I'm about to make myself a coffee because I'm on a work call. We're doing some testing. We've had an issue and we're trying to get that resolved. So life is just a little bit manic right now. Things are a little bit not settled, but it will be. It will be very soon. Now Matcha got her vaccine, she got her warm medication. Right, the guy who picked us up the second time, I paid him to just wait, and he did. So it was literally an in and out situation. Perfect, because it's so hot outside. And can somebody please tell me why Dysons are so expensive? When I saw the price, and I don't even think they have the latest model here. I think it's like, I don't even know, I didn't check. When I saw the cost, I was just like, no, not my money. I went with this one. It's called the Eureka. I saw lots of good reviews on it on Amazon, and I based off of what I need it for, I think it might work. It was either between this one or the Black & Decker, and I really didn't think I needed the Black Decker one. I can't remember which model, but I was talking through it with ChatGPT last night, and it was saying how like this one is for more like everyday clean, and that one is more like deep cleaning. and I have a lot of tile and just one rug. The other rug I had, I removed it because Matcha kept peeing on it, so I just folded it until like she can be trusted. But either way, I don't have that many rugs, and I don't think, and here's like naturally very clean. I like sweep and mop every single day, so I just think I need something for more daily clean. And just to get rid of my hair, my dog doesn't shed, I shed. So I was going to go to a cafe to do some work. I feel tired. Matcha, I know she's tired. So I just came home. And plus, given that she just got her warm medicine, the last time she was kind of lethargic. This time she was a little lethargic. I think while we were in the car, she was kind of like woozy. And I didn't want to risk the fact that she might get sick and not be at the house. So I just gave her lunch. Her vet said it's okay to give her the probiotics. So I just gave that to her. I need to think about what I need to eat, but yes. I also need to organize with the cleaner to come tomorrow. Okay, so the battery just died. I didn't fully charge it. I just wanted to see like what it was like, and I don't think I should have done that. I think they say you're supposed to charge it fully before your first use. So there you go. But I love how super light it is, and it suctions pretty good. It doesn't feel like a strong suction, but it still was picking up everything that was in front of it or next to it, and it ran very easily from the tile to the carpet. I did have a little bit of struggle at one point, and then it was just super easy. But Matcha isn't too afraid of the noise, which is really good. It's actually really not that loud, and it's not too intimidating for her to look at. So I think that was like that's why I really wanted to use it now, to see how she would react with it, because I don't want to do anything that will scare her too much. But yeah, I'm gonna put it to charge. I'm gonna tidy up, and then we're gonna do our first work block. Yeah.